Hello everyone, my name is Dhiren and I welcome you again to this webinar that we have been organizing as in Sri Aurobindo Society has been organizing from past so many days in association with HDFC Bank. So from past few days I have been discussing with you a number of innovative ideas. Today also we would be discussing two innovative ideas that has been shared by our teachers, by our innovators, by our educators. So as I told you earlier, and I'm telling you today as well, that these ideas are not the one that has been given by me or anyone from Sri Aurobindo Society. These ideas are the ideas that has been shared by the teachers, by educators like you people. So we do believe and we do expect that you people must be having number of innovative ideas with you. So I would appreciate if you could share those ideas with us, and we promise that if those ideas meet our requirement, meet our four conditions, the teachers whose ideas will be selected will be rewarded at national level through our organization. So let's have a discussion on the innovative idea that we would be discussing today. And the idea that we would be discussing today is art and craft for holistic development. So let's have a discussion first why art and craft is important. For children to be creative and innovative, it is necessary to develop their interest in extracurricular activities at the same time. A child can become a certificate holder definitely with if he or she is good in academic, but for holistic development of a child it is very important to help him learn the other co-curricular activities as well, and his creative interests make him a multifaceted individual or multifaceted personality. So for the same reason, art and crafts are very much important. From time to time, research has proven that the students who are involved in artistic activities comparatively develop a better understanding of other subjects as well. They can handle the challenges or problem or situation quite effectively as compared to the students who are not eager or who are not interested in co-curricular activities at the same time. Students who are interested in art and craft are able to find solution to different problems in an effective manner. And with the exchange of ideas, they are able to express themselves quite effectively. So I would also suggest you as a teacher to please ask your students or involve your students toward extra co-curricular activities as well. This is the first reason that this thought of implementing these innovative ideas of implementing art and craft for holistic development as an idea came into picture. First, there is another reason to it. And the another reason is shared by our innovative teacher. She said that, sir, in our area, in our community, parents will somehow send their male child to school, but when it comes to a girl child, they refrain sending her to school. And teacher said that, sir, when I went to meet the parent, I asked them to send their kids, especially their girl child, to the school. So the parent usually will say that what she will do going to school. At the end, she will get married. She has to cook food. And what if she won't be even able to cook food? Her in-laws will curse us. So instead of sending her to school, we would rather like her to be at home and cook food for us. Teacher said that, sir, we talk about women equality, we talk about giving equal opportunities to women. But when it comes at the ground level, we forget everything. We forget everything else. And for the same reason, teacher said that, sir, if we talk about the growth of the country, if we want to make India a superpower, if we want the country to be economically at a higher level, if we want to increase the GDP of the country, for that we definitely have to work on the education of our girl child as well. Because girl are or the population of girl is almost equal to the population of boys, or population of females is almost equal to the population of male in our country. And you cannot think of the growth of the country if you're not focused about the education of the girl child. In order to improvise the growth of the country, in order to make the economy of the country strong, you definitely will have to work on the education of the girl child similarly in the way you work at the education of the male child at the same time. And for the same reason, teacher said that, sir, I thought that I definitely will have to do something for the girls of my community, my village, so that they could be educated. And as we all know, that it is often said that if you teach a student, if you teach a boy, he will earn for himself. He'll make a living for himself and his family. But if you teach a woman, you are going to make entire community learn, or entire family learn for that matter. And for the same reason, our innovative teacher said that, sir, I thought, why not to implement some art and craft activities in my school? And so for the same reason, I went to the member of my community. I asked a few people who were good in various activities like art and craft, embroidery, then making earthen pots, drawing, etc. She said that I went to those people and I asked them to give there at least 1 hour for the student of our school. Teacher said there's a number of people are denied to this, but few people agreed coming to school. And when these people, these member who of the village agreed to come to the school to teach the students about different arts and crafts, teacher said that, sir, I went to the parents who denied sending their female child to school, and I told them, or male child as well at the same time, I told that those parents that, look, I do understand that you want your girl child to be good in cooking and other thing at all, which she is automatically and for obvious reason doing at her home. But what if she learns the embroidery as well, or doing drawings as well? She learns the drawing as well. When the girl, when the groom's side, when the members of the, or when the family members of the groom side will come, you definitely can boast that my girl is definitely good in cooking. Apart from that, she is good in embroidery as well. That will automatically will help you increase your impression in front of them first. Secondly, the girl can earn for himself or herself. Third, if you will send her to village, to city or to town to learn art and craft, to learn embroidery or things like that, she will have to give the fare. She will have to pay for the fare of the bus or auto, etc. And she also will have to give the fees for the same. But if you will send her to school, you won't have to give any fare because school is nearby. Second, you don't have to give any fees as well. And if she learns this art and craft of embroidery, of point making earthen pots, etc., she could earn for herself at the same time. Parent thought that this is a good business and this is a good deal. When we don't have to invest anything, we just have to send our girl child to school, definitely we could do that. So parent started gradually started sending their girl child to school. Teachers said that, sir, since the girl child and the boy child also were coming to school, they were enjoying these activities because these activities were fun based. They were able to involve themselves in these activities, and nobody was getting judged over there. So children were completely, or the students were completely involved within these activities. But teachers said, sir, that there was one more concern, that number of a student, especially when we talk about government school, number of a student only come to school for midday meal. And after the midday meal, they'll go back to home and they won't return. Teacher said, that's sir, what I did. For initial few days, I took this class in the first half of the day. Later, I shifted this class at the end of the day. And I said that the student who have attended, since the students were enjoying it, I said that the student who have attended the class from first to the last, only those students will be allowed to sit in my class. And as I said, since the student were enjoying the class, the parent also wanted their student, their kids to learn. So they started sending their kids to school. The student started more and more time sitting in the class, learning the different subjects, then about games and all, and then at the end about different art and craft. So obviously, it will help in the holistic development of a child, because in this school, in the initial few lectures, children are studying about different subjects. Then they, in the games lecture, they are games period, they are learning about games. They are working on their physical activities, and at this one, they are increasing their creativity at the same time. So this definitely helps in the in the holistic development of the student. At the same time, as we all know that each and every student is not made up for studies. There could be a student, for example, there could be a student who is suffering from dyslexia. And we all know that a student suffering from dyslexia find it very difficult to understand a word or an alphabet or a sentence. So in this case, the same student who feels himself or herself, or who consider himself or herself inferior into studies, he will have an opportunity to prove himself in art and craft. And when the fellow student, because these kind of students are most of the times are very artistic, and when the fellow classmate of this student will find that okay, he might not be good in academic, but he is doing wonders into art and craft. And we might be good in academic, but we are not that much capable of doing good in art and craft. So both the students will be at the same place, same level. Right. The student who is not good in academic might be good in art and craft, and the student who is not good in academic, who's not good in art and craft might be good in academic at the same time. And this, when the students are sitting together, when they are working on a specific chart, this definitely brings the student to be more creative. They become more creative. They are able to easily share their thoughts, which obviously helps them going into depression, because we all know that a student nowadays do suffer from depression as well, and there are a number of other challenges at the same time. So teacher said, sir, this helps in the overall development or holistic development of a student, especially student with special needs can also be very effectively used in this innovative ideas or in this art and craft class. Teacher also said that, sir, there are students who have a stage fear in their mind, and I know, and we all are aware that number of students, especially not only students, when we teachers also are called at the stage. Sometime when we have a stage fear, we will feel that our heart is beating somewhere here at the neck. Right? It happens with all of us. Due to stage fear, we do feel sometime that our heart is beating really very fast. The pulse rate is, the heartbeats are increased, and it's beating somewhere here. And if I could tell you my story, when I was in class second, during Saturday, there was a function organized at the Saturday, and me as a student was asked to come at the stage and recite a poem. So I went to stage, I recited a poem, and the poem was, I was reciting a poem. All the students were sitting in front. I was standing at the stage. My fellow mates, my senior, since I was in second, I was a kid. They all started laughing. I wasn't aware what happened. After I finished my poem, I went backstage. I asked my teacher that, Miss, what happened? All my colleagues and the my seniors were laughing at me. What happened? So teacher said that, come, kid, don't you know that your zip is open? I was so embarrassed at that point of time, though I was a kid. Have such a stage fear in my mind that till my class 12th, I never ever uh, dared to reach the stage or reach the platform. I never ever been to the stage. Every time my name was called at the stage, I used to make this or that kind of excuse and I'll run away. So I'm sure that if I would have given a chance to come at the stage quite often, I definitely would have came out of that fear that I had in my mind. And for the student like this, teacher came up with this thought that a student definitely get develop a fear in their mind when are standing in front of number of students, their seniors, their classmates, their juniors, and teachers, headmasters, principals, etc. But for the same kid, for the same student standing in front of his colleague, his classmate, and the teacher who's teaching him would not be that fearsome. And for the same reason, teacher said that I made a corner in my class, I made a wall, we gave it a name called Rangmanch, and I gave a free hand to the student that whatever drawing you make, whatever chart you design, whatever poetry or poem you write, you could stick that poem, that drawing, that art, that chart at this corner. And I also made a stage, a podium, and I asked the student every time I'm asking the student or I ask the student to come and perform. It could be dance, it could be role play, or it could be reciting a poem, or it could be related to the subject. I'll ask the student to come, stand there, and then present. This definitely will help the student come out of the fear that they have in their mind. This innovative idea, as I have been telling, that it automatically increases the creativity of the student. It helps the student speak whatever is there in their mind or their heart. This will also increase the confidence of the student. A student at the same time will be able to develop their various activities, their various interests at the same time, and this will help in the holistic development of a student. So this was the innovative idea, as I said, that art and craft for holistic development. Now moving, and I'm sure you have liked this innovative idea. Now moving toward the next innovative idea. The next innovative idea is future envisioning. We all know that these kids, these children are going to be future of our country. And I must tell you that there are a number of students, a number of people in our country who are not aware of what to do in their future. They are just moving ahead, they're just walking in a direction. They don't know where they have to move, what they have to do, what they have to achieve. The same goes with the students as well. And if the student is taught since his childhood, or if he or she is made aware since his childhood that what he or she could achieve, how he or she could decide her or his goal, how he or she could achieve it, and what are the steps that he or she need to take in order to achieve his or her goal, he or she definitely will achieve what the student wants, right? And for the same reason, teacher said that, sir, I came up with an innovative idea called future envisioning. There are 4 steps to this innovative idea. The first step for this innovative idea is, teacher said that, sir, on a specific day, for example on Saturday, I'll set up a meeting, I'll arrange a meeting, a discussion forum with the student. And it would be a play-way activity that we would do, so that the student do not have hesitation coming out of student do not have hesitation of talking to teacher or to discuss whatever is there in their mind. So teacher said that on Saturday I'll have a discussion with the student. I'll also inform them about the various jobs, various professions, various businesses and all. And teacher said that I'll discuss with them about various profession. When I'll discuss with them about various profession, I'll ask the student that make a note of it. Tell me why you like this profession. And at the end of the class, when I'll ask you about which profession you like, you will have to raise your hand. So teacher will inform a student about the profession, and the student who raises his or her hand about the profession that he or she likes, teacher will make a note of it. So first step is that understanding the goal of the student, that what he or she want to become. Second step is interest and ability, that the student might be interested in something, but do he have the ability as well at the same time? And for the same purpose, teacher came up with this innovative step, this which is interest and ability. For example, let me give you an example to quote this. There is a kid, Rahul. When teacher asks and when teacher informed about the profession of doctor, Rahul said, sir, that I am very eager to become a doctor and my goal in life is to become a doctor. He's very interested to become a doctor. So teacher said that, okay, since you said that you would be the doctor, we will do one thing. From now onwards, you won't be called as Rahul. We will be calling you as Dr. Rahul. And if any student gets scratched in his or her body during playing, you would be the one to give him or her the first aid under the supervision of a teacher. So there was another kid, Rohit, one fine day when he was playing. He fell down and he got a scratch at his knee. His knee got hurt. The fellow students came running to the teacher and then informed him that Sir Rohit got injuries at his knee. Teacher called Rahul that Rahul come, we'll have to give first aid to Rohit, so we'll have to go. Teacher is there and teacher asked Rahul to clean the area with the clean water and with the help of a cotton. Rahul, when he saw the blood coming out, he started vomiting. Teacher informed the student that look Rahul, the teacher informed Rahul, or he conveyed him that look Rahul, this is the profession of a doctor. If you want to become a doctor, you definitely will have to focus on this. You definitely will have to see the blood, because this profession involves or needs or demands that you or and your heart should be strong enough to see the blood. Teacher gave 4 or 5 more opportunities to Rahul, but every time Rahul sees the blood, he starts puking. Teacher realized that Rahul definitely have an interest, but he lacks the ability. In this case, teacher might suggest other career option to Rahul, so that instead of wasting his time, wasting his years thinking that he want to become a doctor, and a time will come when he won't be able to become a doctor, right? Due to his fear of seeing the blood. So Rahul definitely has the interest, but he lacks the ability. The third step is site visit. For the student who showed their interest, teacher take these students on a specific day to some different sites. For example, it could be post office, it could be bank, it could be police station, it could be farming land, it could be hospitals, etc. It could be blocks. it could be quotes, etc., so that the student could get the real example or life experiences of how things really work in the hospital or police station or post offices, etc. This will give the student a clear picture of what they want to become and how they want to achieve it. The fourth and the last step that come here is guest visit. Teacher says that, sir, what I do is when I am about to talk about a different or about a specific topic, about a specific profession, I'll first go to meet the person related to that specific profession. For example, if I want or if I have planned that during the next Saturday I would be talking about the profession of a police, I will go to a policeman. She said that what I do is I'll go to the uh, policeman, especially the in charge of her thana of her town, and I'll have a discussion with them. That, sir, I want my student to know about your profession. I definitely can explain them about this profession. But the thing is that since you are from the same profession, you have cleared the exam, you have become inspector now, obviously you would have more idea, more in-depth detail about this profession. And this, for the same reason, I would request you to come to our school at this Saturday. You could tell me the time, the time you are comfortable with, so that we can arrange for the time for your visit. And our students, our kid would definitely love to have your presence with our students. And if you don't mind, I have a request that please do come in your proper uniform, proper attire, so that the student could get inspired by you and they could choose their profession, their goals in the life, what they want to achieve. So I'll ask you, teacher, that do you think that any person, when the teacher will request him to come to his or her school, to have a discussion or interaction with with the students, to advise them on their career, to counsel them on career, do you think anyone will deny that? I don't think anyone will ever deny coming to school to advise or to counsel the students. So these are the two innovative ideas that I thought of discussing with you all, so that you can practice, you can use this, or you can implement these two innovative ideas within your schools. Now, if you have any question, if you have any query, I would love if you could ask any question to me regarding these two innovative techniques. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for having your gracious presence, and thank you for having me here. This is Dhiren Gautam signing off. Namaskar.